Hey, Jeremy from Cornhole Armor here. What we're going to do is show you how to install one of our Cornhole Armor wraps for your cornhole boards. A few tools. We've got a squeegee, but you can also use a credit card with a piece of masking tape on it. We've got a ruler. What we did with this was just measure to the center point of the board. It's a 24-inch board. We measured to 12 inches, got our center point. This makes it easier to get everything lined up. We've got an X-Acto, but any kind of razor blade will do to trim down the wrap, and a pair of scissors will get us started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our logo. The logo is always in the dead center of our wraps, so we're going to make sure that we get that center. And the one thing you want to remember about Cornhole Armor wraps is that they are designed to be perfectly flush on the bottom. That helps you get it lined up and just makes everything easy. So we always start from the bottom of the board. So what we're going to do is we're going to just peel this back about 6 or 8 inches. And we're just going to trim back the backing. As you'll notice, I've got some help here. An extra set of hands makes this 1,000 times easier. We'll go through and do it. I'll do one by myself too to show you the single man route. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to line this thing up perfectly flush on the bottom and with our logo matched up with the little line I made at 12 inches. So get that thing nice and flush, lined up at the center. That's good right there. I'm going to take the squeegee because I've got one, and we're just going to start working our way up. This is air release vinyl, so it just, the bubbles and everything come out really nice and smooth and easy. You want to make sure that you stay, kind of work together as it goes along. The guy that's running the bubbles out just kind of pushes along, and the guy holding the wrap doesn't get too far ahead. You want to make sure that you stay, kind of together as you're going along. But you're going to just work this all the way up. Get a little spot in there, go ahead and back it off. Work that down. As you can see, just having an extra set of hands to handle this part of it makes it a lot easier. Probably work better on a shorter table, but it'll be fine. Just going to keep working our way up. As you can see, we do not pre-cut the hole. That's on purpose. If you get a little bit off line or whatever as you're putting this thing on, we've got overlap here to kind of account for getting slightly off if you do. And who knows, handmade boards, homemade boards may not be cut exactly perfect. So what we do then is allow you to cut that hole for exactly where it needs to be for your board. Alright, so it's really as simple as that. We're on nice and flush. So then we're just going to take our X-Acto, start right here on the edge. I usually like to come back just a little bit. Make sure you got a good sharp blade in there. Trim that right off. You can trim around your edges a little bit, however you want to do that. This is just kind of an example of how to go about doing it. But keep that blade flush with the side of the board, and it'll just make sure you get a perfect cut. lined up perfectly. Alright, here's my hole. Started kind of in the middle. With that blade nice and smooth. Rub that down in there. You get, you know, a little bit of a little messy spot. You can kind of go right back in like I did there and just trim that up. Make that nice and clean.